You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
I've learned through my relationship with Jesus, and I think, learning about the fact that no matter how much I work hard at all the stuff that I've been given, my life is a gift, and I've been given all of these things, and I work hard at my craft and I put in effort, and a lot of people would say, well, you did it, it was you, but I know that I didn't plan my birth, I didn't plan to be here. It was a gift from the beginning. And so with that being said, I think that's humility on its own, knowing that I didn't ask to be here. This life is a gift. And every day when I go to my creator and I'm like, yo, you created me. Thank you for, life. Thank you for the trees. Thank you for the sun. Thank you for the sky. Thank you for the lake. Thank you for my home. Thank you. I think out of that, you start to really learn what humility really is.
No one's got it together, We do got a hope. And his name is Jesus, and he's changed my life.
In 2025, the world saw a star breaking down.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
They were wrong. This wasn't a meltdown. This was a declaration of war.
Bro, what the Not me today, bro.
What's up, Justin?
After years of being used by Hollywood and betrayed by the celebrity church system, a newly empowered Justin Bieber, fueled by his faith in Jesus and his love for his family, finally declares war.
You don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go.
This is the story of how he's taken his life back, using his own words from his new album to expose the truth.
The way I look at my relationship with God and with Jesus is I'm not trying to earn God's love by doing good things. God has already loved me for who I am before I did anything to earn and deserve it. It's a free gift by accepting Jesus and just giving your life to him. And what he did is the gift. The forgiveness is the thing that we look at and, I'm going to worship you, God, because you gave me something so good.
He was 15 when the industry crowned a prince, and 25 when it nearly killed a man. The money was endless. The friendships were transactional. The cameras never stopped. To win his soul back, Justin would have to fight a war on two fronts, against the Hollywood machine that built him and the celebrity church system that betrayed him.
Man, I'm tired of religion, I'm tired of religion. I'm tired of division,
Desperate for refuge, Justin fled Hollywood stage lights for a church's spotlights. Pastor Carl Lentz called him son, then shattered that trust. What began as a sanctuary became another stage, one where Justin's faith was entangled with fame, image, and betrayal. The man he saw as a spiritual father fell from grace, forcing Justin to confront not only the hypocrisy around him, but also the cracks within his own soul.
We're the worst cult in histories of all cults. We meet once a month, guys. I stopped doing this every Wednesday. We got to get better at this.
History repeated itself. Years later, Justin's inner circle is once again sounding the alarm. This time about his pastor Judah Smith and church home. While his friends cry cult, the pastor laughs it off on stage. For Justin, the nightmare was happening all over again. Romans 5:6-8 says, "You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we are all sinners, Christ died for us." This passage shows God's unwavering love for people who need redemption. His love reaches us not after we clean ourselves up, but precisely when we are powerless and in need of grace. Justin found Jesus, and everything went quiet. The bright lights and the loud cheers of his old life faded. He felt a gentle voice in his heart saying he was loved and forgiven. This is where you bring in grace. Betrayed by men, Justin turned directly to God. This wasn't a prayer from a church pew. This was a desperate cry from the battlefield. He began writing his own sermons on Instagram, declaring that his worth comes from God's grace, not the approval of Hollywood or the validation of a pastor.
And I think it says in the Bible, if you seek me, you will find me. And rather than seeking after these other things, I just kind of started looking to God. And he showed me, that I was worth saving, that I was worth dying on the cross for, that I was worth, that my life was worth, that I was worthy. And it had nothing to do with what I did, because at that time I was such a hurting, broken person who was doing a lot of bad things.
Inside quiet studio nights, he learned something dangerous. Pain can destroy, or it can refine. Every betrayal sharpens the question, who am I without the noise? Lyrics bleed onto vocal notes that become swag. A confession album. Fatherhood arrives. Diapers and midnight bottles teach humility better than any sermon. Therapy sessions. Mental bleed. Daisies. Marriage on the line. Forgiveness. Religion burned. Grace survived. This isn't music. It's evidence. Sworn testimony that faith, not fame, defines him now. On his new album, Justin leaves nothing to the imagination, calling out the soulless, transactional nature of the fame machine. This is the sound of a man cracking under the weight of constant public scrutiny.
I think when I was young, I would look up to people who, because I was immature and I didn't really, I was just immature and I didn't realize what it meant to be a good leader. And I didn't know those qualities really. And so I would look up to these people who I just thought were cool, and I would see these cool aspects of them because they really are cool people. Like, they're just like, they have this edge and this coolness about them. But then, you look at their lifestyle and it's like, they might be disrespectful or have this lifestyle where, their family, their friends don't really respect them and yada, yada, yada. But you respect either their craft, or their ability to, use their gift in a way that's like, whoa, this person's so talented. And you look up to this person, but then there's these areas in their life where you're like, man, for a kid, you're so in awe of the thing that they're so good of and the gift that you kind of like put that other stuff second. Like, well, this is cool, but like, who cares about his ability to be a husband?
Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good." Guilt turns to repentance. Repentance turns to purpose. Grace doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It breaks in when the stage is empty, when the applause is gone, and when the spotlight burns instead of shines. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is perfect in weakness." Justin Bieber's story isn't neat. It's not polished, and it's far from over. But that's exactly where grace does its best work. In the mess, in the middle, in the moments no one sees. He's no longer fighting to earn peace. He's fighting because he already has it. He's not chasing validation from pastors or producers. He's walking in the quiet confidence of someone who's been rescued and now wants to rescue others. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "For those who love God, all things work together for good." That means even betrayal, even addiction, even the cameras that never blinked. All of it is being rewritten. So maybe the real question isn't, why did this happen to me? Maybe it's, who is waiting on the other side of my healing? I've been there, broken, bitter, lost, yet somehow still breathing. Your story matters. Share it below, because someone else might need your scars to find their rescue. Subscribe for more stories of brokenness turned beautiful. Grace doesn't need perfection, just surrender.